Hello everybody, I am back with another card review for the expansion, the Ashes of Outlands. I had to double check the name for some reason. So the next class we are looking at is Warlock. Warlock has always been a hit and miss in Arena, but they are pretty strong for several reasons, and we're going to see what direction this new expansion is going to take us. So again, I'm going to be rating these cards 1 out of 5 stars. 1 star being like a worthless imp, and then 5 star being like Temple Enforcer. Why not? Anyway, let's get right to the video. Right, so the first card we are looking at is a 1 mana common. It's called Unstable Fellbolt. It deals 3 damage to an enemy minion and a random friendly one. That is interesting. So you can target the minion you want to deal the 3 damage to, but you can't control which minion it hits on your side. So if you don't have any minions of yours on the board, then this is actually really strong. But if you do have minions on the board, then this can be really hit and miss. I think it's still super strong though. Because of the drawback, it is obviously balanced, but I think this could be really strong. I'm gonna give it 4 stars because yeah, it's quite powerful, and again, if you play this early game and you don't have a board, obviously it becomes even stronger, and it gives you enough mana left over to play around with to play another minion afterwards. So the next card we have is an 8 mana rare. It's a 5/7 demon. It's called Enhanced Dreadlord. It's a taunt as well. And the death rattle is summon a 5/5 Dreadlord with lifesteal. Okay, so they're both demons, which is interesting. So you will get in, for 8 mana, you will get in 10, 12 in stats. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. It makes it a lot more sticky and harder to deal with. It's very late game though, which, as you know, I'm not particularly a fan of loads of late game cards, but it is really powerful. I think I'd give this a 4 star though. I don't think it's overpowered, especially considering some of the stuff we have seen so far. As you know, Rogue has a 7/5 that gives a death rattle to someone, another 7/5 with stealth. That was quite insane. It's kind of giving me the same vibes with this, but I don't know, it's okay. That's why I'm giving it a 4 star as well. I think it will be something you would struggle to remove in Arena. The next card we have is a 6 mana card, Hand of Gul'dan. It's a common, and when you play or discard this, draw 3 cards. Now essentially in Arena you do not pick discard cards. You don't, because every card you have you need to help you work out. The only card I will ever justify is Soulfire, but any other card I absolutely avoid, because you do not want to lose anything in Arena, because it could just draw you back so much, and that could be the winning card you end up accidentally discarding. So this all of the time is probably going to be draw 3 cards for 6 mana, which I think is pretty bad. It's kind of like Sprint, like it's just a card you don't want to play. Yeah, for me this is 1 star. I don't want to play it, and considering Warlock's hero power as well, you're not really going to run out of cards. I think it's really easy to draw with Warlock, funnily enough. So yeah, that's why it's 1 star for me. The next card we have is a 3 mana 3/4 epic. It's called Dark Glare. After your hero takes damage, refresh 2 mana crystals. Oh, I like that. So you could tap, and then it gives you the mana back for tapping. I really like that. And it's a 3 mana 3/4 as well. That's 5 stars to me. I really like that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just staggered. I think it's really good. And imagine you play a minion that also deals damage to your face, which is not unlikely with Warlock. I think it's a pretty solid card. I would happily accept this in Arena. The next card we have is a 4 mana 5/5 common, so it's called Nightshade Matron. It's a rush. Discard your highest cost card. Right, okay. I knew there was going to be a drawback the moment I read rush. Oh god. Now, in Arena, you don't pick many high cost cards, and usually when you do, they are really, really good cards. Now, it really depends on your hand as well, because if you haven't drawn your high cost cards yet, you've still got, you know, kind of like the crappy early game minions, then this is brilliant. This is actually really good. But if you have one of those hands that you have, you know, have you ever like had a offering of all of these high mana cards, you click away at them to get rid of them so you can get a better opening hand, and then it gives you back the same high cost minions you tried to get rid of? Yeah, that happens to me so often. So I think to me this card could be really bad. It could be 4 mana, get rid of a tyrant. Like, I don't like it, because you sometimes need those late cards to actually help you get back in the game. This card would only ever really be good if you're ahead and you're basically trying to smoke down the opponent. You're trying to get back. You're just trying to keep on putting on the pressure. I think for me, this is just 2 stars. It's not awful, and obviously it's overstated because of the drawback, but the drawback for me is just a bit too big to deal with. The next card we have is a 2 mana 3/2, and he's called Canrifard Ebonlock. I love his outfit as well. Your demons, not his, could be his. Your demons cost 1 less, and Death Rattle Shuffle. I don't know why I can't speak anymore. Shuffle Canrifard Prime into your deck, so it gives you a 8 mana 7/6 demon. And the battle cry is summon 3 friendly demons that die this game. Now, because you're Warlock, this does have the potential to work, because you're probably going to get some demons. Also, there are a lot of demons in this expansion as it is. So with this expansion being in place, this is actually going to be really strong. I don't like the stats for the card itself, but obviously because of the battle cry, it's actually really strong. I think for this, again, all of these prime cards, I'm giving it a 5, because you are bound to have demons in this upcoming meta, because there are just so many in the pool. There are going to be so many in the pool when we go ahead with it. So I see the potential in this card. The next one we have is another legendary, so it's a 6 mana 3/3. Very understated, but we'll see what it does. It's called Caledon the Breaker, and the battle cry is destroy a minion. If drawn this turn, instead destroy all minions except this one. Oh gosh. Right, so the battle cry is destroy a minion. If it's drawn this turn, instead destroy all minions except this one. Right, so if you've just drawn the card this turn, then it destroys all the minions on the board, but if it's already in your hand, then it's just destroy a minion. I don't see any drawbacks for this card at all. This is insane. Ignore the stats, like, you're always going to use this. This is actually bonkers, and it's one of the forms of removal for Warlock that doesn't have any drawbacks. I love it. That is 5 stars. That is fantastic. I love it. I don't know, I keep saying I love it, but I do. I love it. Holy moly, that is a good card. No, like, look, it's a twist in never if you draw it this turn. But if you haven't drawn it this turn, it's still destroy a minion. It's better than Aeon Reaver, which everyone's been trying to avoid. But it's a legendary, so obviously you're not going to see it all of the time. But if you do have this, if you do manage to draft it, or if it's offered to you for drafting, please pick it. This is just insane. Sorry, I just got really excited then. The next card we have is a 2 mana 3/3. It's an Imprisoned Scrap Imp. So it's dormant for your turn. It's dormant for 2 turns, so your turn and your opponent's turn. And when it awakens, it gives all the minions in your hands +2/+2. See, I prefer something like this because I don't like it when you play a minion and it buffs everything on the board. I always find those type of cards way too situational, and your opponent can remove them, and it just goes really badly. But the fact that this buffs everything in your hand by +2/+2, and it's a 2-mana 3/3, so if you play this on turn 2, on your turn 3, you're going to have a 3/3 on board, and also you're going to have 3 mana to play around with a selection of buffed minions. I think this is actually a fantastic card. Again, your opponent can't remove it because it's going to be dormant as well, so it has to trigger. For me, this is a 5-star card. I really like it. The next card we have is Shadow Council even. It's a 1-mana epic. It replaces your hand with random demons and it gives them +2/+2. Now, as you know, Warlock have some very interesting demons. Now, there are some insane demons, you know, like absolutely bonker ones, as you are aware, and then there are some very interesting ones. Some cards that have really bad drawbacks, but I think this card could actually be insane in Arena, because say you drafted a really bad deck and you don't know what to do and your opponent's ahead, this could possibly give you the answers you need. For me, this is 4 stars. Again, it's very situational. It depends on what demons it gives you. It depends if it gives you any bad ones, but like I think most of the time this is all going to be good, especially if like you're in late game and all of your cards that you've drawn maybe very early game and you've created quite a aggro deck but you've fallen behind. This could actually catch you back up, if that makes sense. I quite like it, so yeah, 4 stars. And the last card we have is a 4-mana rare. It's called the Dark Portal. It's draw a minion. If you have at least 8 cards in your hand, it costs 5 less. Now, in Arena, this is not going to happen. So to me, this is 4-mana draw a minion. Because if you have 8 cards in your hands, you're probably about to die next turn. Like, let's be real. Yeah, I think it's really bad. It's 4-mana draw a minion, 1 star. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't pick it. It's too situational, and again, you're never gonna have 8 cards in your hands. This is more like a ranked card than an arena card. It just wouldn't work from my perspective. Anyway, that is all the cards again. I'm zooming through these. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments at all, then please let me know. I'll be very interested in reading them. But again, thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.